It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun la wa mo la mo dododo. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun ti de o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Thank you very much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary, diary Politico. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary.
Thank you very much. Share this broadcast, like I said. And if you have read the caption of the broadcast, it's like a two-edged sword or title. Okay. The first one is as Olaiya Igwe gone mad. That's a big one, isn't it? Also, if you know the terrorist leader called Bello Turuji, he just dropped another one and hints that also corroborates what we all know just before now. So share the broadcast. Hey. Yeah. Thank you.
Facebook. And yes, we like you. Lórí YouTube. And yes, we like you. Oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like you. DJ Ibadi, yeah. And yes, we like. Lukman Olaiya Olaiya Igwe mo wá pè ẹ́ mo wá sádìẹ a kì í rí di òkun a kì í rí di ọ̀sà a kì í rí di ọmọ onígèlègèlè Ọlọ́run ọba o torí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu mo ṣe wá pè ẹ́ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu jẹ́ kó jáwé olúborí Ọlọ́run báwa gbé dépò mo dìídì wá sí òkun láti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún ìwọ Ọlọ́run ọba aláàánú jùlọ bí omi òkun yìí ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìwọ Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ bí omi òkun yìí ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìbò Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ má jẹ́ kójú ti wá má jẹ́ kójú ti àkànbí ọmọ olódò jẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Jagaban òun ni kò jẹ́ ó jáwé olúborí kó di president orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyà tó ń jẹ wá ìwọ Ọlọ́run wá ká gbogbo ìyà yìí kúrò mo dìídì wá mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mi ò lè wó.
That's the Yoruba actor. I'm sorry I couldn't really give you the entire picture. I have to, sort of see how much I could, sort of blur the video so that we are not going to violate any of these platforms' rules, as they call them. That Olaiya Igwe chose to display his own support and loyalty, or whatever you want to call it, or express his own level of support he has for Tifnumbu to the point of going naked. That is his own choice. But you see, this broadcast tonight is not about Olaiya Igwe that decided to go naked in this 2022. Where you have a social media that never forgets. But this broadcast is not about him going naked. It is about many, many others who are wearing clothes right now, but they are already naked for these demagogues. And why? In 2015, or should I give you a bit of a background of the type of poverty or poverties? You probably haven't heard that before, have you? Poverty or poverties. Just like in Nigeria, there is no one Nigeria. You have many Nigerias, not Nigerians, oh, Nigerias, many Nigerias. Same thing you do when it comes to poverty in Nigeria. You need to understand it, because poverty is not always the lack of money. Poverty is always not the lack of the basic things like millions of people. 133 million Nigerians are currently struggling in. When I went to research what is the meaning of poverty, I realized that poverty naturally is Nigeria. Everything they defined in that poverty, like everything they said defined poverty, when I look at Nigeria, that's what I see. What are they? They say, if you don't have access in this 21st century, if you don't have access to quality education, if you don't have access to quality healthcare, if you don't have access to, well, stable electricity in this 21st century, if you don't have access to a stable, reliable, as of today, what do you call it? Communication system like internet. They say if you lack all these things, or they are so poor, then you are poor, even if you have money. And that's exactly what will make me explain this to you today. The type of poverty you have in Nigeria is by level. Your politicians who continue to steal. I mean, ask yourselves, right? In a country of 133 million poor people, multidimensionally poor people. You have some characters who are comfortable. I mean, like nomado to withdraw public fund, bag them, and lock them up in some houses or underground cellars and the rest. Like, if that is not mental, you know what I mean? But when I figured it, what I figured out is that we have poverty of lack, you don't have, which is common. Then you also have the poverty of the mind. Now, you see, this poverty of the mind works in different ways. One, I'm starting from the bigger ones, so your politicians, the thieves, who have made it their career, their lifelong career, including those of you who are queuing right now to take your turn. You are poor, you are poor in the mind. Majority of you, even when you say, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, but that's exactly not what you are going to be, because that's not what you actually mean. So in the long run, look at your politicians. They steal money that is meant for building and funding, or let me say running a good standard medical system that will serve not just them, not just you, it will serve them too. But they choose to steal the money and take it outside Nigeria. Because according to them, it is their opportunity to also buy comfortable lives for their own people, comfortable lives for their own loved ones, just like the people before them too. And that motivation of, if I don't have access to this free money again, I mean, I don't want to be poor again. I don't want to be poor again. In the process of them not wanting to be poor again, yeah, their poverty mind suggested that to be safer, they have to steal enough that they can pay foreign doctors that will take care of them, forgetting the distance of having to pay for foreign medical care or building a standard medical care that will serve them and serve everyone among them. But because they are poor, when they steal the money, they have to show that they have stolen the money. Now they are politicians. Oh, he is now a councillor. Oh, they just made it. I mean, he just won an election. He's now House of Rep member. Is that to show it back to you? So they have to use that fund, right, to buy the most expensive automobiles, cars, to be driven on terrible, unmotorable roads. They loot the money to build themselves palatial mansions, as they call them, luxurious mansions. And they build so much luxury just to show to you that they are now better off. They are not poor anymore. But when you look around them, when they do that, when you look around them, you see the horde of poor people that have become poorer because of them. Poverty of the mind. And that is the most, or let me say the saddest one, because you can ask yourselves, when they say somebody stole 100 billion naira, and that 100 billion naira is no longer in your system, it is somewhere else, and you ask, how poor can someone be to have access to 100 billion naira and then bury it somewhere? How mad can someone be? So in the process, everybody have to live in the jungle, whether you are rich, whether you are poor. The second stage of poverty are the people who are really hardworking. I don't think there are less, I don't think there are anywhere or there are any other people in any part of the world that are more hardworking than a real hardworking, typical hardworking Nigerian. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that you say, no, when we are talking about people where they work, no, they touch you will see jackals. People that have names like Akilakpa, people who have brain. But because the criminally minded people, poor people that you call leaders, poorly minded people, selfish, greedy, poor people with money. You know what I mean? Poor people with money and power. They have no idea what they will do with it, other than just to say, how much money do I have now? How much do I have saved somewhere? How much do I have stashed somewhere? That is the bragging right of theirs. While the schools continue to shun out unemployable, unemployed graduates, and at the same time continue to widen the basket of the unemployed, the army of unemployed that could form up to 4 or 5 countries in Africa. If you pack all the unemployed in Nigeria and start putting them in different countries by population in Africa, they will feel like about 4 to 5 countries. Full, all of them. They will appoint representative governors among themselves. Unemployed people in Nigeria. How? Why? Because you have poorly minded criminals who believe that the world revolves around them, and therefore all of you can go to blazes. Now you are working so hard. The remuneration for your work as already, it's like when somebody said something here last night, said, if you are a Nigerian, tell yourself this truth, okay? And your name or second name is not Tifnumbu or Basanjo Bokuwari, Danjuma, or the rest of those guys like that. I mean, if your second name is none of them, definitely. And you don't have one of those Dangotes or $10 and some other small money bags around that were your parents who probably put a silver spoon into your mouth as you were born. As a typical Nigerian from Nigeria, born and raised in Nigeria, by the time you turn 18, you will realize that the world is leading you by almost a 4-0. Education they gave to you, this type of what do you call it? The type of grooming they gave to us, we call them upbringing that they gave to us, the bullish one, the one that conditioned us never to ask questions, even when we see something going so wrong. Do you understand? It is type of a social conditioning they gave them to us to prepare us, to make us a little bit, prepare us to be that slave that we dare not bold enough to ask questions, even when things are going wrong. Then they put us in schools. Okay, that is one no. Number 2, they put you through school. The education system itself is already adulterated, already rigged against you. It's not actually to get you to be able to stand on your 2 feet as a citizen in the future in Nigeria. It is actually to prepare you on how to live and obey a zombie pursue and go and push and go sort of conditioning. You understand? Education they give to us. Then the third one, when you now turn 18, then you realize that everything you have been told when you are younger, as a young kid in Nigeria, almost 100% of them are lies. Now you have to figure it out. And in that state of confusion, meanwhile, remember you have been groomed for something you have no idea of. It will start happening and you start finding yourself in this kind of a different camps here and there, all of them rigged against you, to confuse you. That's Nigeria. Then finally, you probably want to stand on your own and be able to fend for yourself. Then you realize that you have limited opportunity. In fact, you are many fighting for the same thing that they deliberately steal food. Limited opportunity. So by the time you manage to get to realize all of this, now it will be down on you that what should you do? This is the reality. Do you really want to live like this or you want to live better? Then you figure it out. Maybe you can equalize, getting self-trained, because they say life is experience. Experience is the best teacher, right? Then maybe get some education, better one. Sometimes maybe travel. As they say, traveling is the best education. Yes, I believe it exposes you. It sort of widen and open your eyes too to those who want to. So as a typical Nigerian, the world is leading you about 3 to 4-0. How do you equalize? How do you get close? Some people they never get closer. Some people never equalize. Some people die trying. Many of us are going to die trying too. Like they say in Yoruba, ọmọ tó ní bàbá òun ò là, tó ní màmá òun ò lówó lọ́wọ́. Ẹnu ẹni wọ́n náà wà yẹn. The pikin wey talk saying papa no make am, in mama no make am. Now you don't grow up now. Now you will see how or why your papa or your mama no make them too, because the system is rigged against you. This is where people who have talent, people who are gifted, that are standing on their own all over the world. Talents bring people out. And if you come from a place where your talent, in a way, is undervalued, is so undervalued, that means whatever you get in return is also going to what? Decide or determine what kind of life are you going to have access to. Now, are we going to pretend that many of us didn't grow up watching some of the actors and actresses in Nigeria acting different roles like being rich, wealthy, comfortable, being legal luminaries, people who are interpreting this or that, this role and that role. So many of us grew up idolizing some of these characters. But when we grew up, we realized that save for the talent and the known faces and names, the value, the return of effort, the return of that hard work has been so paltry that at the end of the day, like everyone else, they have to end up looking for a godfather or godfathers or anything or anybody that they can call a patron, matron, people who can fund some of the lifestyle that they have projected in their movies, that they are actually going through hell in real life. So are we going to pretend that we didn't know that? Okay, I am saying all of this to you to make you understand that what made Olaiya Igwe to go naked is beyond trying to prove that he is the most this or that. There are many people that if not for one thing or another, they will go naked too. You don't know why? I'll tell you. A rigged system that undervalued our citizens, and the citizens themselves have no idea what they are worth. You know, if you don't know your worth, there's no point in getting angry for whatever you are offered. You know that? That's one thing I have learned too. You must know your worth. If you don't, whatever anybody offered you, that's what you have to take. Don't be offended. You have people who have contributed years, decades, their youth, the likes of Olaiya Igwe. Let me put Olaiya Igwe as actors, and let's put them aside. I'm going to come back to him. Do you know how many people who are also like a trained professionals, who have one way or the other felt like maybe this wasn't their right call or their real calling, after seeing what the mass politicians have made of the noble professions that some of them actually really value. Take a look at the teaching profession. Take a look at the medical profession, right? Take a look at these two. How vital and important and so crucial to our growth as a people. And how much politicians have done to stifle those sectors for years, for decades, deliberately. And the professionals in that sector and in those sectors, is either they have, get accustomed to the standard that the politicians want them to actually live, right? Or some of them just left the whole profession entirely. I'm not going to be a teacher and be living like a pauper. I've had people who have said that and they left it completely. Now, the end result of all of this is what you are now getting today. The quack here, quack there. But now let's come back to the particular sector that actually can turn you, even though you are not poor, you can still feed you. You can send your children to school. Some of you can even go on holidays. Yes, you are comfortable enough. As bad as Nigeria is, you are comfortable enough to take your family out on vacation outside Nigeria. I mean, you could do that. So we can categorize you as a poor person. But now let me tell you something. There are many of you who don't understand how a rigged system can take you down, even if you tend to have everything that could possibly insure you like your own insurance. You know what I mean? A rigged system which has taken away education, destroyed healthcare system, right? Now, the healthcare system is something that the effect of its destruction poses a great danger. I'm serious about this. So, a great danger to so many of you who currently feels like even if Nigeria turn worse and worse, if it touch me. Because you know what? The basic things that make people go seriously mad and act so mad beyond anything, the one you call poverty. They want to feed. They want to pay their rent. They need a house over there, right? They want to pay the school fees for their children, for those who have. Abi? And in most cases, this is all they wanted. Be able to feed themselves. These are basics, Abi. Extra is where you say, okay, I want to help people. I want to give to others. And the rest, that's as if you have extra. So many of you are able to do all of this comfortably and you have extra for other people. You know why? Because there is any health care, any health problem that you have right now, they are basic, Abi. We took my daughter to the private hospital yesterday, man. You know how much we spent? Over 250,000 naira. And we still have to go and do some scan and all of that for the but she's getting better now. And that's it. It's 250,000 naira. You just spend that. That is something that somebody is going to ask Bambi Allah on social media for. So you are not poor, Abi. But I'll tell you something today. You see that rotten healthcare system that the Nigerian criminal politicians abandoned? The danger it poses is this. For those who abandoned the system, they have the money, okay? And somehow, they have entrusted their healthcare, serious one. They say serious one, to this healthcare system or health system in another country. So they could fly down. Some of them have private jets. They are rich enough. Sure you get. Some of them will make it to that abroad when they have emergency. Because by the time they get to those private hospitals or this private that and the rest, and things don't go their way, in a way, it will be too late. Because they won't be able to go to where they usually go to get that healthcare. Abi? But you see, for you, we know they get government money. You are not a government contractor. You are not somebody who is being paid a slush fund. You are not a money launderer for them. But somehow, you are just an hardworking person who have no idea how country works or how economy works, how policy and politics works, and politicians as well implicate everybody through dubious criminal policies that can kill your business, kill everything you have, and kill you too. Now, back to that healthcare. Many of you watching me right now in the category of I can afford it. I can pay 50,000 naira emergency healthcare. I can pay 200,000 naira. You are just one terrible sickness away from becoming very, very, very poor. I have seen evidence of that. And some of them, if they still have a chance of seeing me, they will be nodding their head right now. Some of you are already going broke right now. You know why? Because you have to cough out huge amount of money to pay for that little piece you have right now in your health. You are paying through your nose. It's depleting your resources. Some of you are considering selling that your precious life elder properties in order to pay for these medical bills. So if I tell you that what Nigeria, the danger they have posed is that even if you are working, even if you are very hardworking, you don't belong to those who are taking free money, but you support these criminals because you have no idea. Fine, you are working, but you are feeling the brunt. You are feeling the heat But you are pointing the finger somewhere else because somehow, you are still adjusting. But let me tell you something tonight. This is not a prophecy, okay? This is a gradual progression into that basket of multidimensional poverty, which already you are living in, but you are surviving in right now, but you are not far away from walking naked for your own beloved politician or beloved benefactor. Anybody that is going to come to your aid when everything is about to close down, you may end up having to walk naked for them. But people who have been actors. In 2015, Jide Kosoko, Yoruba knowledge, Igbo knowledge, they selected themselves. Some endorsed Goodluck Egberejo Lantern of PDP. But the top shots of Yoruba actors, they endorsed Bokwari, APC, Egbekegbe. Everywhere you go and they say that elections have consequences. Now, wait till they talk be this. So, for some of you are currently saying, Maiyegun, by February, God will shame you. Asiwaju is going to be the president of Nigeria. You will see what will happen. I said, congratulations in advance. 8 years ago, 2014, it was almost the same thing, even madder than this, ladies and gentlemen. In 2012, during the subsidy protests, to give it credibility, and in fact, to get some of you to even come out and see your favorite actors and actresses, Ojota became the center stage. Guess those who are done in the stage all the time at the time. Our favorite actors and actresses then, Jide Kosoko and others. Don't be say bad though. Listen, all over the world, actors, actresses, they sort of take side, political side. Some of them are, in fact, if you go to America, you will see them, actors, actresses, they are Democrats, Republicans, and listen, they hold the value of what those parties represent. They will say, oh, who are the Republicans? They are this. Oh, you are actually, you are Republican. I don't like you. Oh, I'm a Democrat. I don't like you. You are you know, what's the policy? What are the policies? You know, the people join them based on the ideologies behind them. Sure, you get. In Nigeria, they joined because of the survival from the trenches, which nobody is living. Remember what is described as poverty? In Nigeria, if you want to prove that you are well off, you are better off, okay? You will provide your own electricity. You will provide your own water. You will drill your own borehole. You will provide your own house. You will build your own house from scratch, okay? Then you will provide your own security by fencing your house for security and putting burglary proof all over your windows everywhere for your own security. Then after that, you will start paying money for, you start paying taxes on security, taxes for water. You start paying electricity bill. You start paying all the money for things you have provided by yourself. And they say an average Nigerian is a local government chairman. That's how to show that you are better off if you are in Nigeria, okay? Others, all of us, we live in face me, I slap you, or all this 4x4 one bedroom, kitchen, toilet, bathroom, and the rest of them apartment. We call them self-contained. So you do as you know. So you get, even when you get your small self-contained, to prove that you are better than your neighbor, you have to buy a Tiger generator. You provide your own electricity. That's what makes you a Nigerian. So Americans, British, Germans, all these people all over the world, when you see actors and they say they are supporting this political party or that political party. They are supporting them because of what those political parties stands for. What exactly do you think APC, Egbekegbe, stand for? In Nigeria, actors and actresses, only few of them, because I'm not going to say totally, okay? Let's be fair. There are many of them who just support these people because they support these political parties because of the people they just see there. I don't know, maybe that is even right. Go through, Jare. All of them support them because of waiting then go get from them. Sure you get, or they support them because waiting them hope to get from them. No be any ideology. No ideology, no nothing. No. Because if it was ideology, APC, Egbekegbe campaigned that they will make your per liter petrol 40 naira to a liter. And they were going to build you one refinery every year. Abinobi, so they were going to make your make your naira equal to the dollar, 1-1. So let's say that was the ideology. They were going to give you state police. They are going to stop Boko Haram. They are going to all of that stuff, Abi. But the ones you remember, let's say those are the things they told the Yoruba actors and the Igbo actors that endorsed the Boko Haram in 2015. Let's say that's the ideology. 3 years after 2012, APC, Egbekegbe, took over power in Nigeria. And I remember, Jonathan must go. Jonathan must go. In fact, for some of you who probably don't know, Rose did the recording sometimes in 2015 at Chatham House in London. I just want to show you the tension. I'm coming back to the actors and actresses now and how much this poverty. They are just the poster example that you can just take actors and actresses and take them away and put yourself in there and see if you fit into any of this description and see how much of self-destruction you are doing to yourself. You think you are doing me? Tinubu will be your president 2023. Now you're president. Boko Haram is your president right now. You know what that means, In 2015, the tension was so high. APC, if they want change life, change. In London, some of the people who did this video today, they are the people I call the Mumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Abrodian Buhari Dideris. Some of them today, they are the Awalo cons. Look at their faces. That's the tension. Then we'll take it on after.
Must go! Jonathan 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 must go!
The APC demonstration is getting heated up. Let us find out what the PDPs are saying. But to tell you the truth, I am not really happy about this because it's like, disgracing ourselves somewhat. I don't know. So your son is voting for Buhari? My son votes. My son. I didn't feel any fire in the other town.
That was 2015. For some of you probably don't remember that. That was a long time ago. Let us more na fire for fire. Igwe courses every day. Whatever you are seeing right now, I don't even think they are like that 2015. The tension was everywhere just to get Bokwari in. Now Bokwari came in. Are you with me? Boko Haram transformed and expanded, opened different branches. Not just that, Fulani terrorists also had investment. They also have investment right now in Nigeria. Turned Nigeria into a multi-billion dollars kidnapping empire. Sure you get, right? And this your petrol subsidy and the rest of them, now you pay times 8. Times, what am I saying? Times 10 from 200 billion, 400 billion a year to over 4 trillion now. So times 10. And you are now paying times 3 for the per liter of petroleum. You are paying times 10 in subsidy. Your government is paying times 10 subsidy. And at the same time, you are paying times 3 what you were paying back then when you had the Yoruba actors and actresses and the Igbo actors and actresses who endorsed these criminals. But that's actually, like I said, it's not just about that. Immediately after 2015, when APC, Igwe came in, everything started taking the different turn. Nigeria started breaking apart gradually. The basket of the poor people, the poverty in Nigeria started spreading. So is the violence. And so is the underdevelopment too. Remember the part of the healthcare. I remember how many Yoruba senior actors, you call them veterans. You remember Fade Yoloro? You remember Baba Suwe? Baba Suwe, man. Baba Suwe was like even more, you know Baba Suwe very well, right? It was like everything Tifnumbu since 1999. People like us grew up watching him, and he will be bragging that Tifnumbu is a junior brother. It's my younger brother. Bola, I mean, Aburo Mini. That was to tell you how much familiarity some of them have always been pushing. And to that, publicly, Baba Suwe is enjoying that vibe like that. He had money, I believe. Voila, happened. He got cleared, caught freedom. Then he got sick. There was no real health care service in Lagos, the entire Lagos states, where Baba Suwe lived all his life. Abi, to take care of him. Maybe there was, but there was no money, enough money. Or maybe there was money, but he ran out of money. Then what happened? It's simply because if he had the opportunity, like Olaiya Igwe, Baba Suwe may actually be the first to walk naked. The last time somebody got offended that Igwe Olaiya was endorsing Tifnumbu, he said the story, he said, I was almost dead. This is a veteran, somebody who been a veteran actor. Sorry, I had to bring this video back, okay? Somebody should help me do some interpretation in the comments if you can. I'll do my best to give you the whole summary. But watch, listen, just a reminder. And this will give you the clearer picture of what I have been saying, that they might look like they are all right. Every one of them is afraid and scared of this poverty, even though they pretend to be away from it, but they are not. They live on the life patronage of their patrons. And for those of us who know better, I'm going to come back and tell you why. The Nigerian male actors are always poor. And they would rather become beggars, praise singers, or ass lickers for politicians, even if they disagree with them. As long as it's going to bring some crumbs, that will guarantee that they are going to live for another day. Igwe owes his life to Tifnumbu. I just never thought he's going to walk naked. I never imagined that. His story, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Wait. So my pé èmi ò purọ́, I must sincere with you. Mo ń record ẹni o torí ńgbà tí wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi, èmi náà ti ready ẹ, mo ń record ẹ gangan ni. So ti ẹ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ mo ń gbọ́ dáadáa. Now dúró ná. Ńgbà tó níṣẹ́ mi ò tó mi jẹ, mo tọrọ owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ. Ọjọ́ wo ni mo wá sí America tó fún mi ní nǹkan. Tí má dágbére fún ẹ pé mo fẹ́ padà s'Èkó. So máa ń gbé fóònù mi mọ́. Oya wá dúró, ìwọ wá ń bú, let me tell you bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Ìwọ wá sọ̀rọ̀ sí mi àtàwọn ọ̀gá tèmi pé à ń polówó Tinubu. Jọ tá bá polówó Tinubu kí ló kàn ẹ́. So di ẹ, ṣé Àtíkù ní kí n lọ polówó? Ṣé Hausa lè ní? Àwọn Hausa kan wà tán tẹ̀lé Tinubu, fine. Wọ́n ti rí wípé good aspirant òun ní Tinubu náà ṣe tẹ̀lé. Let me tell you. So àwọn kan náà tún wà. So ń gbà kó gbọ́ idiot kó máa gbọ́. Ìwọ sọ̀rọ̀ sáwa, ó ti yá wèrè. America yẹn tí ó bá pay ó jẹ́ wá sílé kó wá máa ṣiṣẹ́ lé. Ṣé Peter Obi ní kí n lọ tẹ̀lé? Yíbò ní kí n tẹ̀lé Hausa. Èmi kọ́là mi ò dẹ̀ kí n ṣe ọmọ àlè Yorùbá. Ọmọ ọkọ ni mí. So ti yẹ tó bá dẹ̀ ya idiot ṣé o mọ̀ pé farabalẹ̀ ṣé o mọ̀ wípé àmọ̀ràn wa látàbẹ́kúta. Mo mọ bàbá ẹ̀ mo mọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀. Ìgbà tí ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin bàbá onígi tó kọ́ ilé upstairs lágbolé tí ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn àti dáàdì tó ń parí ẹ̀mí ò kéré jù o lórí ọ̀rọ̀ olóbìnrin dé kò sọ̀rọ̀ olóbìnrin dé sọ pé ńgbà tó ní kọ́ parẹ́ tí dáàdì ẹ̀ dọ̀bálẹ̀ kan bẹ bàbá fi òrùka sí ẹsẹ̀ tó fi tẹ dáàdì ẹ̀ lórí sọ pé bàbá ẹ̀ ráre kù ní òní ṣoríire Amẹ́ríkà tó wáyé òní wọ́n máa gbókù ẹ̀ wálé ní èmi lòún lálẹ́ àbí. Okay, o ṣe mo ti mo wá fẹ́ sọ fún ẹ rèé ṣó ti yẹ part 1 ni gbogbo ètò ṣe ń sọ yìí gbogbo àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ tó ń bú wa lórí social media mi ò ní bú ẹnìkan ṣónú wọn á dára fún wọn káwọn máa ṣépè mo kàn fẹ́ mú ẹran tí nǹkan kan ní ṣó mọ̀ wé ìrèké oníbùdó tó bá mọ̀ wé ìrèké oníbùdó tí Akíọ̀dúngbè fi ṣe fíìmù lọ́dún lọ́hùn wọ́n ṣe bí Bíbélì ni Bíbélì sọ pé ohun gbogbo ló ní ìgbà àti àkókò wọn kọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Bíbélì bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe wà nú ìwé ìrèké oníbùdó wípé àsìkò èpè àsìkò àdúrà àsìkò èébú tó bá ti tó àsìkò yẹn aláàgó nú ìwé yẹn pé àsìkò èpè láwa yóò àwa náà ti mọ̀ pé àsìkò èpè láwa ẹ máa ṣe fún wa pọ̀ gbogbo èpè yín pátápátá báwa ṣe rìn tó àdúrà ló jẹ́ àǹfin rẹ́rìn ni ẹni tí ò rí iṣẹ́ ṣe lílo òyìnbó nú yín gbogbo yín kọ́ lẹ́pọ̀ nú ọ ẹni tí ò rí iṣẹ́ ṣe lílo òyìnbó nú yín òun ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ṣó ti yé yín Tinubu yẹn làwa máa tẹ̀lé Tinubu yẹn dẹ̀ máa wọlé. Olórí burúkú ni ẹwé farabalẹ̀ èmi ò against Yorùbá nation ṣé ìgbàgbọ́ Yorùbá nation ni wípé àwọn ń tà wọn ọ̀nà àbáyọ tí wọ́n nìyẹn Tinubu lọ̀nà àbáyọ tèmi Tinubu ni ọ̀nà àbáyọ tèmi nígbà tẹ́mi ò bá ti dí ọ̀nà àbáyọ tí wọ́n lọ́wọ́ tí mi ò condemn ẹ̀ anybody ò lè condemn ọ̀nà àbáyọ tèmi lẹ́kàn ó ti ya wèrè gbogbo ètò ń sọ yìí Amẹ́ríkà ẹ̀ ló ti mọ ṣó ti yẹ gbogbo òṣì tó ń ṣe yìí anywhere any day anywhere any day Tinubu làwọn máa ṣe tiẹ̀ tó ti yẹ ó dàbí farabalẹ̀ ìtẹ́ńbẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mo ti sọ pé mò ń rí kọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀ dáadáa let me tell you lẹ́kàn ṣe bó gbọ́ pé mo sì kì í gbà kan àbó gbọ́. Okay ní the first one tí mo sì kì í èlò ló fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi tó bá yọ lórí burúkú ìgbà tábúrò mi ṣàlàyé fún ẹ pé mo sick pẹ́bùn olóyèdè ọ̀rẹ́ yìí sick ṣọgbà àgọ́ ẹ̀ mọ́ that's number 1 number 2 ìyàwó Tinubu yìí Rẹ̀mí senator Rẹ̀mí òun ló pe Àjàlá Jalingo nígbà yẹn tí mo sick nígbà pé ọ̀yá ẹ máa gbé lọ sí teaching hospital ní Ìkẹjà lọ́dọ̀ máa ìtìkúnsìn Nurudeen olówó pópó of blessed memory yes òun ló ẹ̀ dìbẹ̀ nígbà yẹn pé kọ́ tọ́jú mi ó tún wá pè níjọ́ kẹta pé báwo ni tí ṣé mo sì ní visa America tí mi ò bá ní visa kí wọ́n tètè arrange everything kọ́ máa gbé mi lọ pé Olaiya ò gbọ́dọ̀ kú So irú ọkọ irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn á wá bọ́ ta pé òun jáde. Màá wá jẹ́ ọmọ àlè máa lọ tẹ̀lé lómi. Ó ti ya wèrè òní ṣoríire. Ṣé ti yẹ? Kí ni? I know ní ọpọlọ. So you are not an intelligent person. Let me tell you one thing there. Ṣebí ó wà láyé ńgbà tí Tinubu jẹ governor Lagos State. Ohun gbogbo lọ pẹ̀lú record ni. Ṣé lè Tinubu kan ló liberate Èkó? Mo ń bí ẹni wèrè tó lọ dákú Amẹ́ríkà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé Tinubu kan ló liberate Èkó? Lẹ́yìn Jákàndé kò tún sí governor tó bí ti Tinubu. So ti yẹ kò sí. So tinú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wá jáde kó fẹ́ jẹ president. So gbọ́dọ̀ padà sí record ẹ̀. Tún àwọn product bí Fáṣọlá kẹ́ padà sí record wọn. Wà product Ambode, àwọn product sanwó gbogbo àwọn èèyàn, àwọn tó rí wọn pé tó ń tún Èkó ṣe. Gbogbo ohun tó kọ́ wọn náà ṣe. Ọ̀dẹ̀ ni wọ́n. Record làwọn fi tẹ̀lé Tinubu. Tinubu ló tún Èkó ṣe. Èkó dẹ̀ da. Ó dà Tinubu yẹn. Bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ò máa sọ sálárì fún àìmọye ọdún. Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀ mà ló rán Èkó. Ó máa fi ọpọlọ rán ẹ̀ ni. Later náà ṣe wà á jọ pé wọ́n ṣe wá ń consider wọn. Tinubu ìyàwó máa jẹ́ Èkó. Ọ̀dẹ̀ lè ní. Òpùrọ́. Sọmọ pa àtọrọ owó jẹ wá bá bọ́bí ẹ̀wọ̀ bí aláwa ò ní bú gbogbo ẹni tó bú mi lórí social media tó bú gbogbo wa lórí nǹkan tá a ṣe á dáa fún wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa ṣépè torí èpè yẹn ibi táwa rìn dé àdúrà ló máa jẹ́ fún wa kò lè túnú kan báyìí lára wa. Àwa ò dẹ̀ ní ṣépè fún wọn padà. Ìwọ lèmi máa dín pẹ̀lú ó yẹ ká ṣe kí ni. Okay, àwọn ọmọ yín lọ́la. Okay, èèyàn gidi bí kíni bí ọmọ kékeré. Olórí burúkú ni ẹ̀yin gbé tẹ́ǹké náà nìyẹn. Ẹ̀yin gbàgbé ni wípé to rule this nation is not by age, it's by experience and it's by good brain. So ti yẹ Amẹ́ríkà tó wà yẹn kí ni age Biden tó jẹ́ president yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Olórí burúkú ni bàbá arábalẹ̀ sọmọ Onodon ìkókó ni Biden tó jẹ́ president America. Olórí ibú ò ṣe máa bọ̀ lé pé wọ́n ṣe gbá gbogbo síbẹ̀ pé òkè ń fẹ́ kẹ́rù mọ́ lọ Nàìjíríà padà arúgbó lẹ́yìn store. Ṣé kò tún Amẹ́ríkà ṣe àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Àlọ́ ya wèrè tẹ́ bá délé náà ẹ fi yarí ń ṣetí. Oh man, fuck you man. Tọ́lọ́pàá bá da yín dúró ẹ máa sọ fọlọ́pàá pé don't stop me. What do you mean? Oh, fuck you. Mo tọ́ bí aláìyá èrè kò ṣe l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ẹ bá débi ẹ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ òṣì. Wọ́n wá sọ fẹ́mi pé àwọn ń gbé Tinubu. Oh, tí rí nǹkan kan àti wo àtàwọn tẹ̀ ń jọ ń ṣépè. Máa gun orí podium Tinubu báyìí mo dẹ̀ máa ṣe kí ni. Mo máa sọ gbogbo àwọn rẹ́kọ̀dì ẹ̀ tó ṣe tó fi wọ́ọ̀tì pé òun ni president country. Tó ti yẹ. Ó yá dúró. Wà fara balẹ̀ wèrè. Tẹ́dìbọ̀dì inú wa bá ti gbó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu. Ẹlẹ́dàá gbogbo yín kó ṣèdájọ́ fún wa. Tó bá fún wa lọ́la a máa gbà. Bí bá sọ̀rọ̀ tán lórí fóònù pẹ̀lú ẹ̀sìn ìgbà a máa gbà. Jẹ́kí sọ fún ẹlẹ́kan Ògúnyẹmí. Ìwọ ni wọ́n ṣe change mọ́tò tèmi.
I'm so sorry that you just sat there. Possibly have no idea what is saying or what they are conversing and all that. I'll tell you a bit of that, okay? Just in a minute or two. You see that guy? That's the actor. Olaiya Igwe. For some of you non-Yorubas who probably have seen him. He's an household name, okay? Usually, these are people who have acted about bad politicians, movies about bad policies, terrible government, this or that, to tell people about, that. However, the scene you just watched was that of himself and his supposed schoolmates who saw his video where he endorsed Tinubu. And that one was like, you are a Yoruba man. Why are you not, why are you not passionate about Yoruba nation? Use your image, use your popularity or what have you to support Yoruba nation. And he said, no. Your own is Yoruba nation. I'm not against it. My own is Tinubu. So don't tell me what to choose. That one was now like, you are just a shameless person. You are so shameless that, you know, and it was like, now let me tell you a story. He told a story. They said when he was so unwell, that it was Tifnumbu's wife who sent someone, another actor, to fetch him. And they took him to a private hospital somewhere in Lagos. Private, like, you know. And from there, she asked if he has any visa, American visa. And if it doesn't even matter, if you don't have American visa, they have to make one available for you because he must not die. So they believed that he could die. Even with their private hospital they took him to, he could die. So they had to take him out of Nigeria. And he is eternally grateful to them, to Tinubu. So his friend was like, okay, if Tifnumbu did that, if Tifnumbu's wife did that for you, it's good to be grateful. And you know what I mean? But does that then mean that you have to like give the future of the generation that are possibly going to come, that Tifnumbu and co are already ruining? So he sort of retorted back like, you are the madman. He's the best, this and that and all that. That is not being paid though. But if they call him tomorrow and give him money after this video he's making, he will collect it. And that's exactly what happened. Do you know who called him? MC Olaiya. Watch this. A Nigerian legend, used, you know, a Nigerian veteran actor, supposed legend. Person with me, they watch Ololade Mr. Money. And I've seen so many other movies and I've always been like, all these actors are better off. I say they are just well-polished alimajiri. Olaiya will break out to me, especially after watching this video. Because after that clip you watched, right? MC Olaiya called me like, you are a good guy, come here. May God bless you. And then this happened.
Bàbá gbàgbé bàtà o.
I mean, for somebody like you, will be poor person like me, you know, say all of us will be the team poor. If you come in and you say, hey, Maiyegun, you this boy, come here. I'll give you this one. Yeah, take this look. Because now locomotive I they buy. Sure you get. My car is just a 2010 car. So which means my car is like 12 years old. So somebody like me, I wouldn't even go on the street and be like, hey, oh. Talk about an actor. I mean. I was like, man, although he's still acting, he's just putting up a show, but it's more than that. When home videos were the things of the moment at the time, the Nigerian, or let me say the Yoruba actors from Idumota, you know, they always take all their what have you to Idumota. I happened to, you see, myself don't hustle small. I don't do everything like person supposed to do. I don't be movie marketer. I don't be GNLD marketer. What else did I do? Yeah, I remember some of them. But like everything we official do to just get something. So I got to know about them. They were losing money. So the men were the marketers mostly. Only few women are marketers. And then the producers are mostly men as well. Only few female producers. Because if you want to, back then, if you wanted to produce a movie, you will need somewhere between 1.5 million to 2 million naira. I'm talking about late 90s, early 2000 and all that, millennium. So you will need something like that. Most of the time, some of the actors, our favorite actors, are big, or you know what I mean? Some of them actually probably get paid as much as 25,000 naira or 30,000 naira per movie. So that's what they actually live on, except for a few that ended up having, But the problem is this: they lose all their money during the marketing, selling to piracy. But you see, suddenly something changed when they started introducing all these young women into the Yoruba movies and all that. Sorry, I'm an old man now. I'm getting older, okay? So if you are from the Indomie generation, all this I'm saying right now will just be like, what is he talking about? Some of us know when they started, okay? So when they started before you know it, some big girls started showing up. Do you know those who are actually like funding them? You will see the male actors. They look poor. They look like, you can tell that they're like trying or struggling to put up appearances. Even when they have done movies, big ones and all that, where you see them physically one-on-one, you are like, oh, is that Lere Paimo? Ah, that's Lere Paimo. Oh, Papa Lere Paimo. Apart from the fact that man is looking good at the time, yeah? Well, like, I'm just giving an example, But you see the women, once they show up on the big screen, the likes of MC Olueron, or the others that are like you know what I mean? Once they say this one are the big one, so they get funding. They don't get funding for their movies from the banks. Majority of them have to self-fund their projects. Ladies started unlocking the funding for their movies, but men struggling. Are you with me? So in the long run, there's something we have come to realize, that these guys, they are also the products of the system that not only undervalue them, but they are actually part and parcel of that system that is undervaluing everyone, because probably they have no idea. But somebody wait on the art movie for like 30 years, 40 years. Abba now, Aloku Bensi. You can't roll on the floor. Let me show you that again. Just one second.
Bàbá gbàgbé bàtà o.
So, that image you just saw there, for those who have been watching Yoruba movies very well, suddenly, to get the attention of the money bags, the politicians, the rogues who are controlling the level of the money and the rest. So in their movies, like the Fuji musicians, you'll be hearing actors, senior actors, supposed senior actors, they will be praising touts, thugs, politicians, and saying nice things about them just to get their attention. They connect themselves because they wanted that relationship outside the screen. Because the lifestyle, the standard of life that Nigeria has now, or they have brought upon themselves, in a way, or Nigeria has probably given to them, to survive it, you need a patron. It doesn't matter where the money is coming from. But the last thing I expected was to see a veteran actor, because of politics, to go naked. It didn't have to go naked. But some of you don't understand. If he could make a call that went viral and they gave him a used Benz, what if he walks naked? Maybe they'll give him a house. What if they now give him the house? And the same system that made him poor to become so poor that he will roll on the floor for a used car. I mean, Ololade Mr. Money. Okay. Maybe they'll give him a house. But would he be able to maintain the house? Would he have to sell the house when they can no longer fund his free medical care to America? Would he have to sell that to pay for it? I just never thought he's going to walk naked. I didn't see that coming. I don't think any of you saw that coming.
Lukman Olaiya Olaiya Igwe mo wá pè mo wá sadie a kì í rí di òkun a kì í rí di ọ̀sà a kì í rí di ọmọ ní gèlègèlè Ọlọ́run ọba o torí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu mo ṣe wá pè Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu jẹ́ kó jáwé olúborí Ọlọ́run bá wa gbé dépò mo dìdí wá sí òkun láti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún ìwọ Ọlọ́run ọba aláàánú jùlọ bí omi òkun iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìwọ Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ bí omi òkun iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìwọ Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ má jẹ́ kójú tì wá má jẹ́ kójú tì àkànbí ọmọ olódò jẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Jagaban òun ni kò jẹ́ ó jáwé olúborí kó di president orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyà tó ń jẹ wá ìwọ Ọlọ́run wá ká gbogbo ìyà yìí kúrò mo dìídì wá mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mi ò lè wo.
Why? He said, he's asking, okay, sorry, for those who don't understand Yoruba again. Now, that same naked, stark naked, though. I had to use something to cover that and do that. Mokuna help me look out to make YouTube no come later and say, you need to delete that video. You need to remove that video. I'll remove it, but they should just probably punish us for it. So I did my best to cover everything. When I saw that video, I said, when I woke up this morning, I said, have you seen that Olaiya's video naked? People say, oh, we haven't to share when you're you, some of you on Facebook, you saw it before me. Or you wanted me to share it. Me that I've been shadow banned by Facebook. They've shadow banned me for over 2 years now. Only 1% of you, less than 1% of you will actually receive notification that Maiyegun is live. Simply because of this APC, and those reporting my page. I asked, I said, I don't see this Olaiya Igwe. They say, we never see a Maiyegun poster. I posted it. And everybody just woke up, 1,000, 2,000. Kilo day. I'm going to delete it in 5 minutes. Somebody was even there reminding me, Maiyegun is over 5 minutes now. I said, give me 15 minutes. When it became 15 minutes, I said, Maiyegun is over 15 minutes now. You haven't deleted it. I said, no, delete time before the wishes come and take the remaining 1% of you who receive notification that Maiyegun is live on Facebook. It was shocking. Shocking. I didn't see that coming. He could have done his prayer, but I'll tell you what he was saying, by the way. I have to tell you. It was by DC in Lagos or somewhere. Okay? And usually there is this mythical belief, sure you get, that you see that ocean, there is a spirit there, Mami water spirit. Okay? If you go there naked and you tell everything, you pray, everything you say there is going to come to pass. Honestly, like people they take down, they do their own runs now. Like religious, they will say, go there, we have to take you to Okun. Let's take you to Okun to go and wash your head so that you can find husband. Let's take you to Okun to go and wash your head so that you can stop having wet dreams. You know what wet dream? There's somebody they knock you for dream. You can never progress. So wet, you see all this thing now your heaven husband, that be your heaven wife. They come they sleep with you every night. That's why they get wet. You did not lie. It's called wet dreams anyway. So people they run their things like that. So and most of us actually got to know that Okun is so powerful. Yemoja day inside, mermaid, very powerful. The Lagos mermaid have been a Okun mermaid, whichever branch. So people believe say mermaid day inside. If you go there naked and say, mermaid, you see me, oh, this is my request. If you want to destroy it, if somebody jilts you, in Nigeria. They say, if somebody who was supposed to marry you cheats you and you want to punish them, that you just go to the ocean and you go naked and say, hey, you don't cheat me. I say, yeah, he must not make him. Mami water. This boy must not see husband, he must not see wife. I'll be all of that stuff, yeah. That is all the things we learn from the movies. The movies that Olaiya Igwe has been part of the producers. So it's symbolic, it's something, and it's catchy. That video, so what he was saying there is that he went to the sea, and he was calling on the spirits of the sea and also on God. That God, I have come to you here today. I have come to this sea. It's like calling on the spirit of the sea, but he didn't go with the scripts. Because normal, if not the likes of, what's that guy name? Afolabi, that guy that is, you know Afolabi, that Afolabi guy. If that's the one, or Kunle Afo is my own favorite comedian, by the way. Now, one kind crazy guy, okay? So Kunle Afo, somebody like that will still do some incantation. But Olaiya no do incantation. Remember, I don't go with the script. So, but he was there, naked, asking he said, God, I want Bola Tinubu's vote to be as massive, uncountable as this sea. So that God, Bola Tinubu, can become the winner of the presidential election in 2023. And he can come and save us from this hunger, from this poverty, from this insecurity, from all of this that is happening to us as a people. So he was asking God, connecting their Nigerian God to the Nigerian Lagos Sea, main turn to votes. That's what he's saying there. But like I said, there are many of you watching me right now that you love Tifnumbu, you love APC, Egbekegbe, you wanted them so much that to waka and trek and do all of that may not even be enough. You can even start walking naked. But for now, you may be having clothes on, but so many of you are already naked. You know when we say that you can never shame the shameless, we are talking about naked people we don't know. Where Tifnumbu go and is talking, people laugh. Do you know what I mean? You laugh at people who are like clowns. Mostly clowns dress clownishly, or they talk foolishly like this.
They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity.
Again, if you are one of those, as you are watching me right now, if you are one of those that is also angling, jumping up and down for any of the charlatans parading themselves as those who are coming to rescue you, I'm talking about for your election, okay? I don't think in my own world you have any moral rights to really judge Olaiya Igwe. Una they pursue the same thing differently. Every one of you are doing something that is going to bring you back to the center of where your trouble started from. And when I saw people like Igwe, Olaiya Igwe, I feel sorry for them. Even though it doesn't need my pity, It doesn't need my sorry or anything. Some of you don't even need all of that too. With all the choices you've made, Abby, you don't need anybody's pity. You don't need that. I still feel sorry for somebody like that. Because there is this superstitious existence in Nigeria that people kind of love to live with. And I've had to debunk some of them myself in order not to give the impression that some of you will probably be built on, and it's called false hope. When you look at the critical consequences of the choices people have made in the past, even if you didn't make those choices with them, when you look at the critical mass of the consequences of all of this, you will be like, you will feel sorry for the likes of any of you who want to keep Nigeria as it is right now, which is believing that you have a key, your side or this side. In a way, somebody says something I want to share, a quick one.
Any spell that is upon Nigeria, we command it to be broken. Amen. Any spell that is on Nigerians, spell, witchcraft spell. We know the peoples in high places of authority, they go to any extent. They can rent herbalists inside the aircraft, move around, and cast the spell on a whole nation. Oh yeah. When it is time, either to
remember I said something about how superstitious Nigerians are, and even those who are actually like teaching them, okay? But there is more in what this man is saying, and I want you to listen to it carefully. Pay attention. You know me, when I listen to anything anybody says or they are saying, I kind of pay attention to what they are not saying or what they are saying that is more than what they have said. You know what I mean now? Again, do not miss.
Any spell that is upon Nigeria, we command it to be broken. Amen. Any spell that is on Nigerians, spell, witchcraft spell. We know the peoples in high places of authority, they go to any extent. They can rent herbalists inside the aircraft, move around, and cast the spell on a whole nation. Oh yeah. When it is time either to vote or for, let them not know what they are voting. People will be campaigning for almost demons and will almost want to kill themselves for a person who doesn't care for them. That's a charm. Somebody hands over himself as a thug, ready to receive the bullet for the person who doesn't care for his survival. That's a charm. People will be arguing over the man who has sold their life and destiny. You don't know the extent to which this nation is indebted. You need to find out. The destiny of future generation mortgaged. And people will be arguing. They don't care a damn whether you live or die. And then another charm is charm to be patient in suffering. No fuel, you are patient. Nothing, you are normal. No light, you are normal. No school, you are normal. Every day you go to the market, the price is on the increase. You are normal. If it's charm, is spoil. There are places in this country you can't travel by road, you can't travel by air, you can't travel by train. Airport was attacked, train was attacked, road, demons on the road. People are normal. It's normal. Capture somebody, bring 20 million, bring 50 million. They go and look for money to pay. Everybody is still normal.
his charm, won't he spoil? You're just patient, just go. Just struggle. And at times, the survival of Nigerians is a miracle. Somebody has a salary of 30,000 a month, and transportation is and he's surviving. Father, any spell cast on Nigeria, whether it is a charm, let it spoil. Let people say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You have killed us enough. You have suffered people enough. People have struggled enough. Find your level. Let us find our level. All of us were born into this country. Nobody owns it more than another. Whether you are president or governor, you don't own it more than another person. You don't have any right to it more than another person. That is what we're about to pray now. Any charm on this nation, let it spoil. Any spell, let the eyes of people open. They beat you with cane. They say, don't cry. Pa, 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 pa. Keep quiet. Like that wicked fat old man in the village gives a knock to the small child and hold the hand. Don't rub the knock. Let the knock assimilate. Pure wickedness. Be suffering, but don't say anything. Be in affliction, but don't complain. Even a blind man knows that something is wrong. Even those in places of authority should confess that they failed. That this is total blatant failure. That you met something, something is worse than how you met it. Is that success? Lift up your hands and your voice and say, Father. Father. Say it louder. Say, Father. Father. Today we ask that every spell cast on Nigeria and on Nigerians to make them suffer without complaint, let it spoil.
And listening to us. Nigeria, APC from top to bottom. Top to bottom. Top to bottom.
A company like said the Dunamis pastor is a fan of MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Did you see how well he explained the same thing we have been saying on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, that Nigerians have normalized abnormalities. When they see abnormal things, they adjust. They make them look normal. If you complain, they will say, well, it's not the first time. Is this, are you surprised? But this is not the first time now. You know what I mean? Typical Nigerians. But the pastor Dunamis, you don't miss something. You see that superstition that politicians, they put something, cast spell over the... No. The spell over Nigeria is the state-sponsored poverty. They call it state capture, where the citizens are subjected to the worst means of governance. Something that dehumanizes them in every way. It is deliberate, so this one don't be said that they cast spell everywhere. I've told you this before. When they tell you to go to Mecca, I know, don't take offense, because many people actually go to Mecca to fulfill a particular pillar of Islam in their faith. But in that process, some of you actually have to seriously stone the devil. You're stoning the devil. Oh yeah, Ashetani. I just saw Ashetani. 1, 2, 3. Ashetani that is after my marriage. Oh yeah, take one. Oh, you, the Satan that is against my business and my family. Oh yeah, take one. All of you, the devil against my children from becoming successful in this life. Oh yeah, take one. You they point them, but the people who are actually against your family, against your business, against your development, against your safety, they are no other people. They are not Satan. They are not devil. They are not all these things they are giving names they are giving to you from these churches. They are your politicians. They are the politicians. I want to see pastors in Nigeria who is now, the pastors who are now like talking, right? I want them to tell the people and say, listen, all the devil we have told you all this why, where they may make you no girls band. Devil when they make you poor. The devil that killed your children, you know, because of poor healthcare system. 3 of your children have died. Only 4 survived. And according to you, now abiku de dailamu. You know, my mother of blessed memory. She's one of the women that you can say she's so blessed, but at the same time, not so lucky. When it comes to experience in what she passed through. I'm so sorry that she's no longer here. I mean, I happen to be her second born. Our firstborn, who happened to should have been my own brother, died before it turned, well, it was just about 3 years old when he died. I could have died when I was maybe about 3 to 4, 5 months. And that is why when you see all this mark on my face, all this mark, lack and poor healthcare system from when I was a kid, right? They had to take me to Kobomoje in Ibadan. You know where they call Kobomoje? The Bomoje. That's what they do in that place. Kobomoje in Ibadan is a place where they say all of us will be there. They call us sickly children, sickly kids. Take them to Kobomoje, kolafun. What they didn't tell you, they will tell you. Some of us survived. I lived. I mean, this is me today. All this mark where you they see, no be my traditional mark, no be traditional mark, no be tribal, no be anything mark. At some point, they have to like make it look like Pele. It's not Pele. All of them now incision where they have to put some things inside my skin as a kid. 4-month-old baby. They have to incision my face and pour some things. They have to incision my chest, my back, my everywhere. And they have to put some things in there to keep me alive. Or else I'll probably be dead. There are many children that didn't survive that. Are you with me? So when you, by any means, have to experience, in fact, I mean, I wish my mom is here. Or should I say, I wouldn't say I wish. I would say, I wish I didn't talk about her, which actually makes me feel somehow anyway. But what I was saying there is that my mom lost about 4 kids, 4 children. And then she was survived by myself, my 3 sisters, and then my brother. So we're 5. So my mom had 9 children. And I saw her bury 3 of them. As young as I was, I witnessed that, I experienced that, I saw through. But I didn't understand. They said, Abiku lon dalamu, Abiku ni. To the point that when she give birth to another child, they will have to somehow link that child to the child that died. There are many of us who are like that, who are still today, 21st century, lack of a good health care system, where many of us have to survive through other means, unorthodox means, 2022. And that's exactly what that pastor was saying there. So those who stole your money, who kill your children, they are the devil that they told you to go and pray against, fast against, do everything against, turn to prayer warrior against. But guess what? They are giving you a wrong identity of the devil that is after your life. I am telling you the real devil. They are the politicians. They speak your language. They look like you. They look like you. And the damages of what they have caused. Some of you don't understand. Now today that you see people, giving you some spiritual this, spiritual that, to manipulate your life, you will understand that it is the system that has already created that mythical stuff that is planted in your head, because they couldn't explain, what is this? What is going on? Why am I this? What's happening to me? Why did that happen to me? Who could explain what is going on to me? What is going on with me? Nobody could explain. Then you have to see that something somewhere is doing it to you remotely. It is the system. Oh. I just thought I should mention that. You know them. You know what they have done. Even if you don't understand the consequences of what they have done so much, I am doing my best to make you understand that. Even if you have not been affected or you think you are not so affected by them right now, I am reminding you that Olaiya Igwe walk naked, Abi. Some of you are likely going to find yourself in that situation whereby you don't even have to walk naked or do video. You do worse things just to get by with what they have made Nigeria. So it's not for me. It's not against me. You know, your choice. I have my own choice. I am so satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, I am satisfied with my choice. And my choice is that if we really care about the people, if we care about ourselves, if we care enough for those coming after us, with what we know, with what we are seeing, there's no point in trying to validate the same system for the same rogues who brought us to this stage. Until all of us started walking naked so that we can feed, pay hospital bills, pay school fees. Is that when you're going to realize that we're actually in real mess? That Yoruba actors, legend, and the rest of them, they are actually living in poverty. They are living in poverty. And there's absolutely nothing that you can now say is the reward for their contribution to, as they say, cultural, this, blah, 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 of Yoruba people. And that should be concerning. Again, in choice. Maybe you should respect that. We're just shocked. Bola. You carry your bola face olokun. You don't even think so olokun feel vex. Yeah. Which one be this? You be man or woman? Which one be, you know what I mean? I never saw that coming. By the way, the man they want to do all this for, Kalu, is currently in London. Himself and his team arrived there not long ago. And they are already here waiting for the Monday engagement. Also on the side, on the fringe. Look at this guy. That is Truji Bello. Long story. I wish I could tell the story now, but I'm going to have to shift that to something more, part of it tonight. I'll tell you what I said. Bukwari's government, Nigerian government, they are making a lot of money. So much money from the terrorism in Nigeria, and therefore they're not going to end it. That is also like correlating with what we have said on this program many times. If an insecurity lasts longer than 48 hours, your government is involved. Don't let anybody lie to you. Your government is involved. Now, you see this guy called Aminu. Omo, Shegedeo. I go tell you something. Look at this guy on your screen. And look at the back. The car behind him called Presidency. Now, this boy, Aisha Bokwari beat up. Omo, Aisha said, Mado. This one a boy now. You know what happened? Now, this boy talks Aisha Buhari don't eat Nigeria poor people's money. So his name is Aminu Muhammad Adam. Aminu Muhammad Adam saw the picture of the Dubai-based Nigerian First Lady, Aisha Bokwari or Ashishe Bokwari. And angrily, he tweeted and he said, look at it, look at her. She don't chop all the poor people's money. Omo, I vex. But when this guy can't come out, after 3 weeks, so the guy is dangerous, by the way. Make I tell you, like on the not like a normally minimally dangerous or something, or maybe maximal. I don't know. Aisha Buhari will be able to tell you. Look at this guy, You see that eyes were no close. Now shege, the guy see. When the guy saw shege, according to people, eyewitnesses, so then say when the guy saw shege, he no feel close eyes again. Say, now here, look at that. So don't think that is random, okay? Now look at this boy. This is Aminu. The boy that said that Aisha Bokuwari fed on poor people's money, and Aisha Bokuwari or Ashishe Bokuwari decided to track him using our own ADC with the help of the DSS, the Daura Secret Service. They tracked down this Kaduna Polytechnic final year student, Aminu Muhammad. When they grabbed Aminu Muhammad from Kaduna, they took him straight to the old rock in Abuja. When they got there, according to the eyewitness, this looks like a Nollywood script. It's not. It's true. True life story. When they took Aminu inside the old rock inside Abuja, bass, kick, boo, back, boo, 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 back. Aminu screaming, crying, falling down. Aisha no satisfied. Aisha stood up. For some reason, I don't know. We realized that, I don't know what happened. Aisha stood up and started kicking him. Bah, bah, bah. I don't know what happened. Brah! Boos! Aisha fell down. Almost silence in the room. First lady. Alpha, Omega, Oscar, Despot, Bravos, Tango. They call Aisha. Now for hospital, Aisha opened their eyes. When Aisha opened her eyes, they said, Mama, you don't break one bone for that your left yansh. And somehow this became a breaking news. Right? Cut it short, Maiyegun. I am cutting it short. Aminu is free. After that, after the whole show where people have, people rose up like, which nonsense now? Who elected Aisha? Which nonsense? Aisha said that they have to release him. Initially, they charged him. If you look at the charge sheet, right? Look at this. This is the charge sheet that they took to when they took him to court. Listen, they were torturing him for about 2.5 weeks, okay? Then people heard the story. In order to save face, they took him to court. In this court case, yeah, read, it's on your screen, okay? Saying they abused Aisha. Why would you say that about the first lady? Our beautiful first lady and all of that. What is wrong with you and the rest, right? Now, this didn't fly. They took him to Suleja prison. From Suleja prison, they brought him back into the old rock last night. So yeah, let's make the guy smile, if you smile. Because in high, don't see shege. You know why people are saying that his eyes have seen shege? People were calling for his release. Which nonsense. Aisha, you are mad. Aisha, you are stupid. Look at this Aisha nonsense. Look at this useless Aisha. Aisha, you are like a mad woman. What is, everybody shall they para. Because anything Bokwari, people where they para for Bokwari or APC, anything where they don't like that, no mercy. Aisha, you are a mad person. Not too long, for 24 hours after the news said that Aisha kidnapped this boy, people now realize that, this boy self, na pro fanatic jihadist from the north, Isha. I beg, explain to me. They say, you know that Deborah, the Deborah that they lynched, that they burned to death. You remember Deborah? No. I'm not saying that he's one of them. He's not one of them. He didn't do it, okay? Please. Allow me to finish, When they killed Deborah and it became an issue, nonsense. Why would they fight for Muhammad? Everybody started complaints. This northern Nigeria, we not go agree, we go protest for Kaduna. You see this boy, He boldly trolled everybody, asking for justice for Deborah. He trolled them by saying, if them burn you well, come outside for northern Nigeria and say you want protest for justice for Deborah. We go burn you like we burn Deborah. Why? Why? And now everybody come to ask some more like a switching gear. Some of you'll be mad people anyway in that Nigeria. Like say they program them. People where they say Aisha is mad. Aisha, you are going to hell. Aisha, then switch you. Suddenly they say Aisha, If you release Aminu, now Ogun go kill you. You must beat Aminu, deal with her. I said, wait now. Why are you all like this? Injustice to one is injustice. Maiyegun fi injustice to one. Which injustice to one? This one a future jihadist now. Now family business, so maybe no call me. I said, yesterday, tension they rise. Maybe say if you see Aisha, you go drag him like a tiger generator. Say, Maiyegun, listen, now because we never get the full information. You see this kind boy, Aisha supposed to kill him. I say, So that is what prompted the shege you they see in his eyes. People started saying that, look at his eyes. The way boy don't see shege. They were asking for his release, and thank God, all the pressure. That was why Aisha had to release him, But the moment they saw his picture, they say, look at him. He don't see shege. Aisha said they stupid. He no finish the work. That's just on the side. I don't know if that is cracking you up. It shouldn't be cracking you up, but in a way, I was preparing you for the next stage of our conversation tonight, okay? I'm going to open the line. Now, opening the line means that you can call in. I mean, I've said my piece. You can add yours. And also, we are going to use that as well to confirm tonight if indeed we are going to reach out to the people of Yoruba land this festive period. Yes, we spoke about it last night. Tonight, I want to check if you are actually interested or not. How would I know if we are going to do it or not? That means when I start taking calls now, I'm going to keep all our donation platforms. I'm going to keep them on your screen. Now, it's all by choice. So don't be Maiyegun, they ask you for anything. Now, for here, this temple, you suggested that we should do something in the name of the Yoruba Union on this platform by reaching out to maybe feeding 1,000 families. You know, if you feed 1,000 families during the festive period, you are likely going to be feeding over 3,000 people. Yeah, one family, father, mother, children, and all of that. You know, you just never can tell. It's a proposal. And I've said that if all of us prove tonight, my donors, you can bring out your card, you can bring out your check, bring out everything you want to, and show to me tonight that we should do it. And if you don't, I'm so sorry, then we won't do it. So if we want to do that, or as we do this tonight, let's put it that way, I am going to open it up with ₦1 million. It's our money. So don't make it look like, this Maiyegun get money. Oh, no, it's our money. So I'm going to open this for this, support for the Yoruba families, this festive period. I am going to open the contribution with ₦1 million. But if we don't turn up, or I don't see the sign that we want to do this, don't worry. We can always do something else some other time. And I can keep that ₦1 million plus the rest I have. Then we can take it on from there. So I'll take a call, starting with, hang on. I think I need to connect something. Yeah, I have the first caller. Also, on your screen, hang on, my first caller, on your screen, you can reach out and make your donation via PayPal, Give, Send, Go, as well as the Diaspora Radio account for those who are in the UK. It is all easy. Whatever you put in, just address them as a contribution for what we are saying now, okay? And it's always going to be public. So I'm going to keep some screen on our screen just for me to be sure I'm not just talking to the wall.
What is it? What is it?
Ahmed,
why
is that
you doing that? Maiyegun Amiu.
How are you?
Baba Adio.
So, good evening, and then you are welcome to this tonight too. So, Ahmed, we are starting our fundraiser tonight. Bukola Agolo, you have been the first person to actually contribute today. The last time we indeed received any donation from this platform was 18 days ago of £20 from somebody that is on the screen. I'm going to put down the screen now. Now, the link for everyone who might want to be part of this tonight, the link is going to be in the comment section. And I'm going to monitor that. And I'm going to share the screen as well. Ahmed, sorry for keeping you waiting. Please, go on.
Yeah, Baba,
yes,
did you hear me too?
Loud and clear. Everybody can hear you.
Baba, every now.
Well, same old, same old. Again, I have decided to use the event of Olaiya Igwe's naked and all that to tell ourselves the real truth that some people probably don't think is important until now. Because you might see them okay, but in our book, they are just struggling people that the system.
Ahmed. You know, say you get one comment where you drop, as you drop the comment, as you drop the post.
Yep.
Now you want somebody comment, I don't forget everything the guy comment. You can't say, be like, say, you know, get eye or something. You can't drop call you eye for him. Say, Amy.
No. It was earlier today. And I was like, it was a Atifu in America. So and I was like,
I'm going to
I've been so
as you drop him now.
And the guy was like, you don't know, say you are blind.
I pay you. I know saying I call you begin, so you just drop call you. I say, Amy. You understand? I don't say I say. Like I drop I say she savage we Maiyegun give this thing his car.
No, somebody was like, Maiyegun, this is a savage response. I was like, Baba, life is too short.
Now me tell you saying a savage response.
Oh, was that you?
If you see, you go say I add Hausa for say then iska. Then iska me omota then iska.
I'm going to go back and look at that name again. Ahmed.
But they are like iska. You see, I send you one.
Because of some.
I send you one conversation from one Hausa channel like I do in Hausa, but I go tell you waiting then talk inside about Aminuba. So you know you posted about his hand. Say in hand get you understand? Be like see him don't suffer. Well, from that program, when they were having the program, because they used to go like someone that knew Aminu very well, they called him and he said actually he has been having that when he was a little child. Well, plug you missing eater, he can go deep in hand on inside eater and in the thing. Turning hands like that. They know
that's how you got that injury.
Okay,
I get that.
Yeah, I see drop the comment for there. See, now no be Aisha Bukwari kolu
Bukwari. Okay.
Yeah,
Bukwari. Was scary. You go no say the guy
was scary.
Now maybe this.
Òun gan ó ti rí rẹ̀ ò pé Ọlọ́run wa o. So you know say they don't set up meeting. They say make Buhari say making conscience. They don't release them.
Now they want to do some packaging now. Say me
they want to do packaging. What for packaging?
So that the whole thing no go.
One way or the other. Ó ti glue long there. You know.
Oh my God!
If you go meet one of those, if you don't meet, you know the mentality. If you don't meet one of those criminals, he don't blow with that, so all those kind of rubbish, you know. So, no be Alenu, no be today. As for Olaiya, here, ó ti pẹ́ tó ti ṣorí burúkú, àtìgbà tí wọ́n ti sọ fún tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ti ń sọ kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀. You see exactly what you teach, what you preach here, Maiyegun. Téèyàn rí fẹ́ pé ìyàwó Tinubu if not kìnnìkan. What if they have built those hospitals? Ṣé mama hustle láti gbé lọ sí abroad? You see how unfortunate that guy is. You see how
and then they have no idea that they are doing themselves. That eventually they are going to need that emergency. But when Tinubu and gangs are no longer there to pay for him, so he will have to die.
Maiyegun, me as I did, so I think get some Yoruba actors, celebrities like that. We then see some of them. Most of those people, who think Shingba no dey their hand. Nothing dey their hand. Go where you see so celebrities start to love Ngbera. They don't get any better thing for hand. That's why you say anyone will get chance. When you say if you get chance, by you will be saying
you live Nigeria like this. They usually don't want to go back.
Abroad, they don't go back. Go abroad, lower base. You don't know me. So all those things know the because it's speaking because the giant system don't put it back. If you make multi-million dollar, you know,
with
making money from
their
that
own
side.
craft too.
From their own craft,
from their talent
but
too.
Because
Baba,
this is their talent.
Even me, where we say now podcasts that they do talk and the rest of that, I can tell you that with the level of financial reward that I get from my content alone, I can never, ever stoop so low.
Maiyegun, these people, opportunists, most of them, let me correct myself, most of them, they are opportunists. If you watch how you see that most of these people, they were with Sunday Igwe.
I remember. Because Sunday Igwe used to also give them money to make
because he gives them money, you know, he sit down, chairs with them, you know, things like that. But if I thought of the most of them begin to draw back the elite over trouble. You understand? People will say they know them for Yoruba land. Don't say if they lend their voice, forget it. If they lend their voice, the message will go far.
It will probably have made a lot of difference as well.
Yes, it would have made a lot of difference. But only pay Olo Bukun Gogo. Àwọn máa ṣàǹfààní gbogbo máa gbé wọn ṣépè ní o kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí o.
Ó ti ní pété iṣẹ́ fún wọn lè máa wọn because ibi táwọn ti rìn dé láyé.
Èpè kò dìgbà tá a bá tún ṣẹ̀ mí èpè náà tó ń ṣẹ́ fún ló ti mu tó ti ń bọ́ra sí òwò ara èpè náà ni tí ò bá mọ̀ ara èpè tó mu ló fi ń bọ́ra sí òwò na the cause don make am tó ti ń ṣe wèrè tó ti ń ṣàṣìṣe tó ti ń ṣorí ibú káàkiri tó ń lọ sókun. Tó jẹ́ pé èèyàn ò ní jókòó aláìní láìka ìlú tó lọ lọ́wọ́. How can you go? Come on now.
Like in this media and time, where internet no they forget somebody papa, a veteran actor goes naked. And this time around, it's not like against what is happening in the land, but to show support. Papa, he could have said all he said without taking off his cloth. You know that? Without going naked. He could still have said all he said. Do all the prayer, do everything and still achieve what he wanted, but naked.
Maiyegun, I was on Sunday. I was on Olaiya Sunday Instagram. I know maybe someone is handling the Instagram.
Right.
So they posted one guy like that was attacked by some Fulani Usha Soro.
Yep.
I don't know if you have seen the video. But all the people lower bedding back in performance. The shall push and come out from the car shop. Just drive go. So now somebody they talk about Sunday go something like that. Now one lady drop comment say he stood up. Oh, I don't forget the comment. As she dropped the comment, say many of you here are just you don't know how close I am to it. So always Sunday go and she said a celebrity. Is it Kiton? Something Kiton Bukola, I guess that's her name.
Right.
So I replied her. I said, let me tell you, a lot of us here we are on low-key. We are observing. When Olaiya was in what he was in then, just because of these Yoruba people, the same Yoruba, most of the idiots that are on here talking rubbish. We on MaiyegunDiary, we know what we did.
Yes.
He was like, oh, thank you very much. I said, you don't need to thank me. You don't need it. People down here, we need to start passing the
for him too,
yes, we know his value. So leave them. The ones that don't know his value here. Don't worry, Nigeria will so happen to them. It's a matter of time. Maiyegun, make I allow you. I don't get
Thank you very much. Tonight I will
send you that video. If you check the thing, but now Sasha, go.
I remember the conversation now because and then immediately you said this. I remember the conversation. I just didn't know it was you. I'm going to go back there and see the name so that I can familiarize myself with it. Thank you, Ahmed. So thank you so much, everybody who has been responding. Okay, for our give send go. I can tell you now that we have raised over 100 pounds sterling, which means we have raised almost over 100,000 naira in the last 2-3 minutes. Okay, so if that means it's like we want to do this, right? So that my person who made their own contribution via Cash App, I've received it. Your Cash App donation of £4, I received it. It's gonna be there, and like they say, every penny counts. Our effort is to reach out to as many people as we can. 1,000 families, 2,000 families. There are some people who can make that happen, and those people are here on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. If you are one of them, why not join us and let's make this happen? Make somebody's a festive period for being part of this whole movement. Make it meaningful, something to remember. Hello there. Hey, sorry about your network. Oh, that will be the second time that I have taken your call, then it dropped off. In case if you know why or who you were calling, this is MaiyegunsDiary Politico, and yeah, thank you very much. Give me a sec. So to everybody who is responding, what you are doing right there is that you are telling me that you want us to do this. So somebody said, Maiyegun, we need to know how much we need to raise. Now, let me give you a mark, or should I say give us a mark. To make an impact the way we wanted to do it, we will likely have to start from a 10 million naira worth of packaging, which will include different kind of food in a way, in a short form, as much as something meaningful. We can do it if we want to, and we can't if we don't want to. And I think from the responses I have been seeing, it's like we want to do it. Because as it is right now, it seems that I have raised over 200 pounds, which means that we have raised over 200, close to 200,000 naira, your money. So thank you very much. I'm going to go on and then take a short break. Please don't go anywhere. This one is just like a minute or a sec. I have also received, hang on. Okay. Taiwo, sir, I have received your own 60 pounds Cash App donation. That just came on now with the notification as well. So we can say we have raised at least, why am I just jumping the figure? We started from 1,466. Now we are currently at, let me refresh that, one sec. So we are currently at 1,661. So that could be, you can see that is like 200 pounds. With the 60 pounds there in the Cash App, 64 pounds or 65 pounds in the Cash App. So we can say we have raised over 260 pounds. So if you put that together, you can say, yeah, we have possibly raised over 100, well, close to 200,000 naira, if not more. I'm sorry, I'm just using some figures that comes to my head. However, let's keep it coming. If we can raise £1 million tonight, with the 1 million naira I have put down, that will put us at 2 million naira. Now, if we do this again some other day, in a week or two, we're able to put together 10 million or even more, then we can go ahead and start putting the package of how we can reach out to 1,000 family. That's just a mark for the start, okay? It can be more. Depends on how much we have access to, okay? Now, this is going to be scattered all across some major towns in Yoruba land, and it's going to be by this slot, you know. It's, oh, we have slot for 1,000 people, 1,000 family. So how do you share that? All of this will be decided before everything is now moved out to, indeed, to help the people. So this is a voluntary call. For every penny you give, just so that you are only giving it towards a program where we want to reach out to at least 1,000 family in Yoruba land. When I say 1,000 family, it simply means that it is not something so huge, but it will be significant, and it is also a start as a group. So I will be back in a minute or two, just a short break to get myself another cup of tea. Thank you very much, by the way. So yeah, thank you very much to all of you who have still stayed back to be part of this segment of this broadcast. Okay, now I'm gonna go say thank you, personal thank you to every one of you who have actually turned up, especially on Give Send Go this hour. So I don't know if this is going to pop up on your screen. It should. By the way, let me see. Yeah, Abidemi Goswilepo, thank you very much. For your for your generosity. Kola Lads, thank you. Francis Onikeku, thank you. Yomitotu Benitieri, thank you very much. And we have an anonymous donor with a $5. Ayo thank you. Benitieri, I remember you. And at the same time, Bukola Agolo, thank you for reaching out. And same to every one of us who have turned up in the past that contributed to what we now call our own, our pot or our jar of savings. So thank you very much. The line is 1 second. Let's see.
Of insecurity.
Right. So sorry, I got your message by the way, but I mean I'm gonna look into that some other time. That my message, person will send me that message. Thank you. Now the line is still pretty much opened. I'm having issue with it earlier, and I hope you are not going to have issue with it. Initially, it was like a dropping and dropping off. So hang on. And if that is still an issue, right? We might have to I'm so sorry. It's like we're going to have to call it a night if we can't take calls. Also, to everyone who has turned up, like I said, thank you. Even though we all know that we all have especially if you are living abroad, right? And I'm not going to just say just living abroad. I believe it's everywhere, right? That this is the moment when you are doing all the family shoppings, this and that. But let me tell you something, okay? If 100 people give us $20, that is going to be $2,000, okay? Now, $2,000 in that Nigerian what you have today is going to give you nearly 1.5 million naira, if no more. Are you with me? Now, 1.5 million naira from 100 people in a week or more is significant. With what we have already, that could probably put us somewhere around the 2.5 million or even 3 million naira. And like I've been told, nothing is going to be smaller. Whatever we do this time around, we just have to do something. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So if we all decide to chip in a $5 or chip in a $10 or even chip in a score, £20 or $20 or whatever you, right? It goes a long way. And that's what comes back as this big chunk that could easily make some family happy in Yoruba land this time. There's no compulsion, okay? There's no pressure. If you don't have it, that's fine, right? But at the same time, if you do have it and you actually have it to share, it is pretty much upon you to do that for us. You can use the PayPal. You can use the account on your screen. You can use the Give Send Go. What else? And everything you do, just make sure that even if it's a pound, if it's a pound, if it's a dollar, just make sure that you signify this is for this purpose, and it's that purpose exactly. Uluyori, I got your message on PayPal. Thank you very much. I'm going to wait for others who are probably still going to have to react to this. And at the same time, I'm going to begin to put the whole thing together and call it a night. I think I'm having an issue with my line, receiving calls and getting it connected. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming too. But nevertheless, I want to say thank you to everyone tonight, for your time. The best part of this conversation is this last part, but some other interesting part of this conversation is from this from the start of the broadcast. You need to watch that. You need to see this from the start if you are just joining us. But whichever way, I'm going to say thank you for, for turning up. I actually want to see that I could take calls to make this interesting, right? You take calls, you have a chat. The people who are going to make contribution are going to make that on the side. I give you updates along the line. and then we call it a night. But it doesn't seem that my line is going to keep us connected. However, I'm going to say thank you to this last donor. Somebody who just chipped in 20 pounds. Oh, hang on. I think it's more than that. So we have an anonymous donor who just gave us 40 pounds. We have another donor who just gave us 20 pounds. Olaiya. The two of you just made a 60 pounds contribution there. And somehow that's us now over 1,700 and what have you. So if you put what we've made tonight into the into the picture, it simply means that we have managed to get at least nearly, or should I say on Give Send Go, we have 260 pounds, I believe, from 466 to 721. So that should be somewhere around 260 pounds. So with our with our PayPal contribution of 12 pounds, now we can say that should be 276 pounds or so. 72 pounds rather. And then with what we have on with what we have on the Cash app from Taiwo, adding all of that together could give us something around 330 pounds, I think. Don't worry about that. I'll give you all the figures at the end of the day. I want us to turn up, and I hope we'll turn up. So if you change that to your Naira in Nigeria, we can easily say tonight, in the last half an hour, we have managed to raise nearly 300,000 Naira. That's something, isn't it? 300,000 Naira. And for those other contributions that are still going to come back or come in later, I want to say, I'm going to see them. I'm going to be happy to announce them. Every penny counts. I've got some donors here, right? Somehow, I don't know if they are kind of shy, but whenever they are ready, they can always make our number so swollen, right? And I'm looking, I don't know what I'm going to say to actually convince them. Some of them feel like it's a waste of time giving handouts to the people. They would rather invest it in something more hardware. But I'm imploring you, this is also a good cause. So many of you have been there all this while. You've turned up for us many times, and we have actually done so many great things together, I would say. So we have some of my big donors here who are still watching, I believe. I want you to probably just don't keep it to yourself for too long, okay? Every penny counts, every help counts, every little help, every penny counts, they say. And I'm imploring you to please be part of this. And if we're able to pull it off, I was looking forward to us at least seeing something close to 500,000. And I wish my line is working. Maybe if I stayed longer, I'll probably be able to get more. But it is not in any way kind of interesting if I have to just keep talking and all that. I would rather have a chat with people. But I know if I stay there a while more, we're going to get more. But listen, the message is passed. The effort is this, okay? We are talking about the mismanagement of Yoruba land. We are talking about the impoverishment of the people of the Yoruba land. We are talking about how much of our people have been so accustomed to this hard life that Nigeria represents. And we are trying our best to see if we can explain and help them figure it out on how to get out of this whole mess. We said they can get out of the entire mess if they drop what Nigeria is offering. But in this case, Nigeria has done so much. Nigeria has done worse. It has done so much damages that our people have become so poor that even if they know the truth, it's not helping them if it's not going to feed them. We know we can't feed everyone, but we can at least show example of what it is like for people coming together in one accord, in one mission, and in one goal to help one another and get out of an unfavorable system that seems to be, in a way, impossible to get out from. So if you show them, maybe, just maybe, the motivation they will need is just to see that it is possible. And then there are people who actually care about them for real. We're not just going to talk down on them and continue to tell them how wrong they are or how wrong they have been in choosing and validating these criminals who continue to deal with them every now and then. Sometimes, in fact, most times, if you want people to actually listen to you and hear you clearly, you must make sure that they have something in their bellies. In this case, right, something that is not conditional. When I say conditional, I mean not something that, not like what the politicians are doing to them right now. When they give them anything, it's just like the devil giving you something. Oh, the devil gave you a car. Oh, a car is too much. The devil gave you a chicken, and he's going to be asking for your leg, for your foot. You know what I mean? Something that is bigger than what the devil gave to you. That's exactly what the politicians have done to you, done to our people. So if we have anywhere to start from, we should start from caring. I've proposed this a long time, that we could win hearts and get people on our side if they realize that we have something in common. How do you show that? You can't get them on your side if you have to treat them like the way Nigeria has been treating them. And you can at the same time not get them on your side by being too generous to those who don't care. But there are those who care. There are those who care to listen. There are those who want to do something. But Nigeria is a place where people have to kill what they eat, which means that if they don't go out to kill, they starve. And if you have to make people to listen to you and not chase the peanut that they are being offered or fed with, and you give them something that could make them listen to you, even if it's just going to be for a day, it's going to go a long way and show how that is possible. That's exactly why we want to do what we want to do. And if we do what we plan to do, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to help in a very, in no small means, in helping to cement the meaning and the message and the meaning of the message of Yoruba nation. It is one of the most unorthodox, unpopular, so to say, way of turning the tide. And I believe, if we sustain that, if we do it, I know that if we have the resources, we'll do it. What I'm not sure of is that would we have the resources when we need the resources? Times like this will actually reveal if we can or if we can't. I am just the GO of the Temple of Truth. I walk according to what the majority wants done. And in most cases, once I agree, then I don't look back. At the same time, if you don't turn up, it is not in any way a win-win battle. So much to the point that I remember that I told you this is a thankless job. It is a thankless one. In fact, it is a suspicious one that could easily rile the same people you are trying to possibly support. They'll tell you, we don't need your help. Shut up, you are trying to make money for yourself too. It's a thankless one. Therefore, if we are in any way motivated to doing this, like all we have done in the past, then we shouldn't expect a thank you for real. But posterity can be very, very kind to us, or will be very kind to us, that during our time, or in our own little space, we did turn up, we helped, we assisted, we didn't just talk. And the effect of that is what I believe we're all going to witness. It's just all about doing it. But if we choose not to, listen, there's nobody that's going to, no one is going to hold you or hold it against you. Okay? But the thing is, you might feel like, I wish I didn't hear about it. I wouldn't probably have bothered. Now you've heard about it. The question is going to be, what did you do? Or what would you do to make a difference or make an impact or be part of it? Just snub? Fair enough, that's also something. As they say, doing nothing, sometimes it's also something too. So to every one of you who turned up tonight, I'm so sorry that you might have been trying to call in and it's just like, it's not working. Or it seems ringing from your own end there, but it's not getting here. I understand why. I'll fix that next time. So I want to say thank you once again to everybody who turned up. I want to say thank you to every one of you who is generous enough to actually add something to this. And what you have added is not just something, is meaningful. That we can say the first night, no matter how shoddy it looks, we are able to raise over 300,000 naira for the cost of helping the Yorubas in Yoruba land. 1,000 families, 5,000 families, name the number. Our money will decide or determine that. So thank you for your trust. Thank you for your belief and your support. Thank you, always. Now, here is another one, by the way. I don't know if you would like me to mention your name, but I'm just going to say Taiwo. Taiwo just gave us over 500 pounds. I told you I've got some donors. I've got some donors that will just watch. They will watch and say, okay, are people responding? You know, the likes of Yomi Totu. Yomi Totu could make a donation, very big donation, right? But Yomi Totu happened to be somebody who wants to keep everyone motivated. You know what he does? Yomi Totu will be going back to that platform almost every day or every 2 days. It will be donating and donating and donating and then showing it that, okay, yeah, somebody just make a donation today to possibly encourage others who are checking what is the latest. Now, this particular donation from Adeyinka Taiwo came through PayPal. Thank you very much, oh. Thank you very, very much. So, year-ending gift from YouTube, or sorry, YT. The T in that Y with that Y is Taiwo. Said year-ending gift from YT. Please don't announce my full name. Thanks. Smart me. That is the smartest me. I already thought I shouldn't. That is over 500 pounds. I don't know if you sent it in dollars, by the way, okay, but I got it in pounds. It says here 504 pounds. Now, that alone in my book is over 450,000 naira you just gave us. So if we add that to our 300,000, that means we have actually raised over or nearly 800,000 naira this evening. So thank you for always wanting us to do this and at the same time turning up as well. Thank you. So tonight we got our donations from PayPal. We got our donation from a Gift Send Go. I haven't checked the bank account. Usually, if you do anything, I may not get that until tomorrow or Monday. But the moment I get anything from the bank account as well, I will give you the amount. So, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters in Yoruba land, watching me right now, from everywhere you are watching from Yoruba land, listen, by the time we give you the template of how you are going to benefit from this, you are going to be proud of being a member of the Temple of Truth. Not just that, you'll be proud. Even if you don't benefit directly, you are going to be proud of being a Yoruba man or woman in time like this. It's not just talk. You know what I mean? It's more than talk. And I'm so grateful to my friends who have always very, very supportive. And I've just received another one as well from, I'm just going to say Olubumi. You know yourself. When I say Olubumi, you know yourself. So I just received your own support through PayPal as well. You said, support for project at hand, £23.41. Sorry, when you see all these coins after your money, I live in the UK. If you send me any euro or you send me dollars, when they get to the UK system or my system, they automatically turn to pound sterling, converted. That's why you get all this extra, okay? Don't worry yourself like, oh, that's not how much I sent. I sent $30. Or I sent 20, I sent 600, you know what? Don't worry. It's already converted. And that's exactly what I'm going to get, or we are going to get. So somehow, I want to say thank you once again. For those of us who don't really like making use of this online and then, using your card, especially all this my mama and papas who love, they would rather use a bank here in the UK than for them to take their bank card and go on online and do PayPal or do Give Send Go. I have received your contribution too. I don't know if you would like me to say your name. It doesn't probably matter, but I'm going to say Babatunde. You have used this account details on your screen here in the UK, and you have also given us £20. So thank you. I'm sorry I'm naming them just right away as they're coming in. I'm surprised, by the way, that we could get your contribution right there, in the bank, even while I'm still here. So in all, if I have to put all the figures together, we have 64 or 65 pounds on Cash App. We have currently over 260 pounds on Give Send Go, the one on your screen. On PayPal, with 12 pounds plus, I'm sorry, I'm beginning to mix the number, okay, but I've got 12 pounds. I've got 23 pounds. And I've got 530 pounds. So that should be 526. 526 plus 12. That should be 538 pounds. I would say 540 pounds on PayPal. So 540 pounds on PayPal, 260 pounds on the Give Send Go, 65 pounds on the Cash App, 20 pounds on our own in our bank account. If you put all this together, I want to believe that we have done well. We are currently over 800 pounds, not yet at 1,000, which I envisaged or I wished. But I want to say thank you to every one of you who indeed decided to hear, to listen to the clarion call of Maiyegun. Is our call, is what we wanted to do. And I really wish I could speak to people tonight and spend enough time and get this moved forward a little bit, okay? So, though people said, Maiyegun, just stay there, don't go anywhere, just continue talking. I wish I could just continue to talk. But nevertheless, at the same time, it's like, it's like when you are in this, where they are doing, what's it called? When you go for this auction, say, okay, we are currently at 1,731 pounds after raising 260 pounds tonight on Give Send Go. Can we take it to 300 or possibly even close this gap on your screen? 1,700. We could close it up and just take it to 2,000 pounds. Can we do that? It's called auction trick. I'm not going to do that with you, okay? Our contribution, our donations are always voluntary. When you do it, it's because you want to do it. And for every penny you give, right, it's because you want to give it. Do you understand? So I'm not going to make it look like you have to and you have to, even though we would all have to at some point. Every penny counts. Every little help. And somehow, our people in Yoruba land, on your behalf, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we are so close to the first night, raising 2 million naira that could possibly, imagine this. So let's say you now with our 2 million naira, yeah? Okay, I have another Cash App donation. You see that Cash App stuff is on your screen, okay? Some of my fans in America, they prefer the Cash App, okay? You can use it. I don't use it. You know what I mean now? When people give me money there, they will say, Maiyegun, this is for you. You can also add a message to it. Now, on my phone, on my watch, with the notification I have received another one from, I'm just going to say your name, Suzanne, okay? I'm not going to say your full name. Lady Suzanne, I have received your 162 pounds and 61 pence. Do I need a calculator somehow to encourage us and say, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at 1,000 pounds now. And I can tell you this for free, okay? That with Lady Suzanne's support, we are currently probably over so close to that 900,000 naira. 900,000 naira or 930,000 naira, which is 1,000 pounds, which means we probably raised 1 million naira within an hour. It's not even up to an hour. About 40 minutes, we have raised nearly 1 million naira. I have these friends, and as they say, somehow I'm so scared to use that privilege. People know we could do a lot of things, at least for the people, not just for Maiyegun, for the people. Help and assist them. Do something that you can say, at least on our part, we did our own. Whether than £1, £5, £10, $10, $100, 200, 1,000, 5,000. Whatever you do, just know that you are putting enough number of people in that basket that we want to really reach out to. And you know we're going to reach out to them. So if we do 1 million naira first night, isn't that a good thing? So I'm still waiting. I'll wait for just a few minutes, okay? Before we call it a night. Susan, Lady Susan, thank you. I'm not going to say your full name, just for the sake of this, the way we have been doing it, okay? So the Give Send Go link is in the comments. The Cash App link or the Cash App name is on your screen. At the same time, the PayPal link is also in the comment section. Use them. And when we eventually have to reach out, it's probably going to be one of the greatest I mean, we've had we've had so many lovely, proud nights on MaiyegunsDiary Politico on this platform as a people for the past few years. We've done so well. We've touched lives. We've reached people that cannot pay us back. You know that some of your help, some of your good deeds, some of your generosity that you have done on MaiyegunsDiary Politico over time, you have reached out to people that ordinarily you personally could not reach them. In fact, without this platform, they probably couldn't have received such support that they received at the time. So your generosity has gone so far and reaching as well. And this won't be your first time. So if we make a market tonight, it is because we have always been like that. On MaiyegunsDiary Politico, every penny counts. Because the overall figure, now see, when I tell you that we have raised nearly £1,000 in the last 45 minutes on this platform, this evening, right here, right now, yeah? Now, if you gave £1 and you gave £5, I gave £10, you give 10, another person give 20. Overall, when you go to bed tonight, you're not going to say, I give £5. You are going to go to bed tonight and say, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, when we decided to put resources together and reach out to the people that you and I don't even know, and we may never know. We've never met. We will never meet. Sometimes, You're not going to go to bed and say, I gave them £5. You're going to say, I contributed to that resources, whether not 1 million or whether not 10 million or whether not 50 million or I contributed. There's a feeling towards that. I give my money to some of these causes all the time too. I've seen my Igbo brothers, my Yoruba brothers, my Hausa brothers. I've seen people from all over the place because they are members of the Temple of Truth. They have chipped in. You get what my brother, where they miss. I've always wanted to say it to him. I said, I miss you so much. You know that brother? His name is Kalu Okpara. Kalu Okpara has been one of the, Just Reason, a prayer docent, Lady Lizzie, and all the Lizzies in the house, Lady Abby, and so many people like that on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. They've made their mark known, their voice, and at the same time, their support, never ending one. So if you don't know why Maiyegun is a bit different, it is because I've got great people, great people on this platform, kind-hearted people, amazing people who just want to do good. Nigeria has shown us a shege. Nigeria has made us look like we don't deserve something better. We don't deserve empathy, love, sympathy. We do. Nigeria taught us how to kind of, in a way, be a little bit mean. Be mean in the Nigerian context, yeah? And then at the same time, turn around and be good. Seems to be something that will be like, yeah, thank God that he's a good person. It's like so rare. And that's why when you see people, when you do good for people in any part of Nigeria, it doesn't matter. The way they show that appreciation will tell you that this is the kind of thing that are missing. Not that people don't help. A lot of people are helping people in Nigeria. Charity this, charity that, helping here, helping there, health, medical bills, food, school. People are doing, but you know what something? It is so scanty that when you see people who ever benefit from anything that says, how are you? How are you doing? How are the kids? How are you coping? Some people just want people to ask them. Nobody cares. And but when you do, whenever somebody does, right? It is like, wow, why is she so happy that I just shown her some sort of a love? Because she has not been shown one genuinely for so long without them asking for something back. On MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we have helped people we've never known, people we will never see or meet, people that will never pay us back. And we've never looked back to ask them to say, give us something back. And this is something that makes us unique. We do them as they arise, and we move on. This is one of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We have done well, oh. From £1,466, now we have £1,806. If my mathematics, they always fail me, which I know I'm so terrible at, yeah? If it's not that bad this moment, plus or minus, it simply means that we have raised at least 340 pounds on Give Send Go. 340 on PayPal, roughly plus or minus. We have also raised over 540 pounds plus or minus. Remember, 340, 540 gives you 880. On Cash App, let me go and look at that one. 880. Remember, and please remind me in case you bag 880 plus 232 pounds. That automatically gives us 1,080, 1,112 pounds. Make it 1,110 pounds. Now, if you put that together, in my book, that is over 1 million naira. Thank you. I mean, thank you. So what you did was that I put down 1 million naira on our behalf in the Temple of Truth. We put down 1 million naira. And the donors on MaiyegunsDiary Politico Temple of Truth, they decided to match that 1 million naira. That's over 1 million naira. So thank you. I can go to bed now and say we have done well. And you have shown that you indeed want us to reach out to the people this festive period in Yoruba land. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, in that jar that we're going to put all of this in, you can now go to bed and say, we have 2 million naira that we have to raise more the next time. Thank you. I'm going to see you some other time. Okay. And thank you very much for everybody who turned up and those who are still going to turn up after watching this video. Remember, you need to see this from the beginning. The fundraiser part of this conversation is the last part. There are others we discussed. Very interesting, and how much of them actually is connected to you. How do you connect yourself to this, and how do you take yourself out of this? Humanity first. Yoruba first. And that's exactly what we stand for. Yoruba Union. Ìgbìmọ̀ má jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ ṣé o, àdúpẹ́ o. As you are now living this conversation tonight, please like this broadcast, share it, subscribe. The next time we see, we will continue from where we are stopping tonight. The poverty that makes people want to steal from other people, or the poverty that will make others to bow to those who are stealing from them. They are not coincidence. They are intentional. And until you emancipate yourselves and emancipate your mind from the shackles and the lies of these characters, we might have a long way to go. I don't think so. With the caliber of people that I believe I have around, and the people who are indeed interested in Yoruba land, their progress and all that, maybe, just maybe, the safety and the future of our own generation yet unborn as well lies in our hands. And it starts from somewhere like this. Brotherhood, love, care, and not just talk. Like politicians, as they say, all talks, no action. On MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we don't just talk, we act. This is one of them. And you should be part of it too. Nothing is too small. No impact is too small. As long as it is positive, it will eventually count. Remember this as you go to bed. And always remember, as a Yoruba man, think Yoruba first. I'm not saying think it. Act Yoruba first. Do Yoruba first. And indeed, defend Yoruba first before any individual. Try it. I have tried it. It feels good. Try it and tell me about it later too. Good night from here, and you should all have a wonderful evening. From Maiyegun, good night.
làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó jódodo.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Maiyegun Diary Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Maiyegun Diary na ibi nọ́mbà 1.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni
mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.